Hey, it's Marty, 92.3 WIL, and of course, Hot Country Nights with Kylie Morgan.
What's up, y'all?
It's girls' night, and somehow I got invited.
Ladies' night. I mean, you're kind of one of the girls.
Thanks.
I mean,
wine night.
Yeah, it's wine night.
Cheers.
Wine down Friday.
The only way you can do it. But you love your wine.
I do. It's kind of a problem. It gets me in trouble sometimes.
It's not a problem.
Usually
It's a
with my
solution.
husband, but it's fine.
But all right, so we're drinking tonight. Z. Alexander, red blend.
Fantastic wine for the price as well.
Yes,
so
it is. It's about a $13.99
sponsor
bottle.
me.
Yeah. Right. Did you hear that, Zach Brown? Please call Kylie. But this is your first time ever playing Ballpark Village here.
It's my first time ever playing St. Louis.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, pressure's on.
I mean, I'm kind of here for it. I like
Right?
a little bit of pressure.
Well, you got the sunglasses.
Yeah, so I figured he actually told me to wear these.
did.
I was going to take them off, and he said that it was a vibe, so we're just matching the vibe.
It is. I wish I had my sunglasses on tonight. Then we could all be really good. Cover up my bags right now.
Honestly, I feel you. This is day 3 of shows, so.
And today you had to fly into this wind, which was nuts.
Oh my gosh, the pilot would not quit talking about how sorry he was that we just could not find a pocket of smooth air, and I was just over here like trying not to throw up.
All right, so how do you fly a lot? You got to be A-list preferred right now.
A-list preferred, Southwest, Best West. It definitely is helpful, especially when the 2 free bags, considering we have so much gear. So.
How many of those are your bags alone?
So well, I have to travel with merch and
Okay.
then my own show clothes. So I usually do 2 big bags, and it looks like that I'm like just a heavy traveler. But I'm like, no, one of these bags is actually making me money. I promise.
And you can actually sell those on Southwest.
You know,
Right.
you could. There
Right.
you go. As
Think
I
about
walk on the plane, I'm just like, who wants a Kylie Morgan t-shirt?
Who needs a koozie? Because we want to keep that drink cold all flight long.
Exactly.
But all right, so how do you keep yourself good when you're in these bumpy flights like today? How do you handle that situation?
Peppermint oil is one of them. I literally I never go anywhere without it. It's like what a lot of people don't know. It's like it helps with nausea, it helps with headaches. I have migraines a lot, so it has nothing to do with wine at all, obviously. So I always travel with peppermint oil, and then always travel with Zofran and anti-nausea medicine.
You're set and ready to go.
I'm just making sure that I can get on stage.
And you are tonight. We will make sure you're up there.
Yes, you have to. It's your responsibility.
Yes, it is I have to intro you.
Okay, good.
It's my job. You and Jay finally got married.
Whew.
Finally.
8 years later. It was
Did
actually
you
my
pressure
fault.
him?
No, I was the one that needed to grow up first. I met him when I was 19.
Right.
So Jay and I met at 19. I had just moved to Nashville. I had just like started my adult life of figuring out what I want to put in my pantry. I was not ready for anywhere close to marriage. Yeah, PB&J.
Mac and cheese.
PB&J Allen. So we've been together for the past 8 years, and then obviously you know the story, but we were supposed to get married on October 1st, and then Hurricane Ian was the most uninvited guest to our wedding, and it came 2 days before the wedding day and took out our whole wedding venue, as well as like a ton of our friends and family's homes down in Fort Myers. So the wedding weekend was spent actually in NOLA. We looked on the map and we were like, where is the best weather right now? So we went to NOLA. We planned a whole relief concert for Fort Myers, was able to do that the next week, raise $65,000 for Fort Myers, and then we got married a month and a half later.
And you had the coolest hat ever on your bachelorette party.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who made that for you?
Actually, there was my best friend Morgan Igo, all growing up. We best friends in 7th grade. She got it for me. And I'm actually about to re-gift it to my other best friend, Natalie, who is getting married in the next couple months. So
That is a great gift. So that's a new trend.
I mean, we're all about the second hand.
Right. What is it? Something new, something blue when you get married? And
Yeah, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
Right. So
yeah.
you could be doing that with the...
I'm just,
the captain's hat.
contributing.
Right. Just keep
Doing my part
Always
as a
have drink,
bridesmaid.
though, real quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It goes down so smooth.
I feel like I should put my pinky out when
That's
coming
classy.
from it. Yeah.
That's classy.
That's better.
When it finally happened, when you guys got married, what is that moment like? When you had to go through all the the down times of having to wait so long to get married?
Well, for me, and I think we've talked about this in the past, but I never thought I was going to get married. I was an anti-marriage person, only because every time I heard someone talk about like their wife or their husband. It was always like, oh, I gotta get home to my wife, or like, oh, I have to ask the husband. Yeah, it's a burden. And I was just like, I don't want that if that's what that is. And so I kind of like, I ended up writing a song about it. It's called Independent With You that I put out. But I just thought that I couldn't have both, you know, like the independent kind of career woman life that I wanted, as well as being in a relationship. And then I met Jay, who is also an artist, and turns out he literally gets exactly what my life is, and that's why it works.
What changed your mind in getting married?
I actually had an epiphany. I was on a Southwest flight. Southwest sponsor me. And I was 2 free drink coupons in.
Say 2 sheets to the wind.
I mean, might as well be.
Yeah, okay.
And what a lot of people don't know, and I don't know if you know this, but altitude, like when you're high up in the air, it actually gets you drunk faster. Yeah. So I'm 2 wines in, might as well be 7 at this point, and I'm watching this very emotional movie. And at the end of the movie, oh God, it was called. No, I don't remember the movie because I had 7 glasses of wine secretly, but it was really only 2. So at the end of the movie, there's this husband and wife that have been together forever, and the husband ends up dying. And at the end, she's like whispering in his ear all these beautiful memories that they had together, and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting here sobbing,
wife or something like that.
Probably sobbing on a plane and being like, you know what? I think I actually do want to get married. Like, I don't know why I'm just giving myself these excuses. So I literally texted him when I landed, and I was like, I think we should start talking about this. And at that time, thank God, because he already had a ring, and I didn't know that. So
it would have been awkward if you said, "Hey, not my kind of thing."
Yeah. So he specifically jokes, but he was completely serious when he said that he asked me in front of all of our family and friends, as well as all of Nashville at Whiskey Jam, to make sure that I wouldn't say no, because it was in front of 1,000 people.
The pressure was on at that point.
Exactly.
But it's crazy to think that you have this epiphany, and of course how do you? And again, this is another thing. There are artists that are married together, like you and Jay. How do you make that work? That you're on the road, he's on the road, you're always traveling.
It's not easy.
Right.
I'll never forget this one story of when I called him and I was like, oh, hey, like, what city you in? Where you at? And he's like, I'm in Pittsburgh. And I was like, I'm in Pittsburgh. And he was like, well, where are you staying? And I looked it up. I was like, oh my God, we're 10 minutes from each other. Do you want to like come over and spend the night?
The label goes, we could have gotten one hotel room and saved $350.
That's our lives. Usually high-fiving in airports and not knowing we're in the same city or on the same flight.
Do you guys ride together to Nashville Airport, BNA?
Oh yeah, we have become very spoiled, and I'm usually really good with money, but when it comes down to parking at the airport, I'm going to spend $28 a day to park at the airport, because it's just
expensive.
Like getting in after a long weekend run of doing a lot of this, and then you have to sit in the back of an Uber. Worst possible thing you could do. I'm like, you know what? That is worth $150 to me.
Well, it is. You get there faster too.
Exactly.
You know. Well, anyways, Kylie Morgan playing her first show here in St. Louis.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hope to have you back very soon. I know there's something you can't say, but we're looking forward to some big news this year.
Very, very big tour news coming soon.
I know. So keep on tracking Kylie and see what's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers to you. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's Marty with 92.3 WYL Hot Country Nights. Here we go.